Hello students. Today is the 14th lecture session, part 1. Topic of the lecture: Information Technologies in Professional Activity. In this video, we will cover the following topics. The concept of information technology. The purpose of information technology. Information technology components. Information technology tools. Stages of information technology development. Basic principles of new information technologies. The main properties of information technology. Classification by type of interactivity. Classification by application area. Conclusion. The concept of information technology. Technology, when translated from Greek, means art, skill, and these are nothing but processes. The process should be understood as a certain set of actions aimed at achieving the set goal. The process should be determined by the strategy chosen by the person and implemented using a combination of various means and methods. Information is one of the most valuable resources of society, along with such traditional material resources as oil, gas, minerals, etc., which means that the process of processing it by analogy with the processes of processing material resources can be perceived as a technology. Then the following definition is valid. Information technology is a process that uses a set of tools and methods for collecting, processing and transmitting data, primary information, to obtain new quality information about the state of an object, process or phenomenon, information product. The purpose of information technology. The purpose of information technology is the production of information for its analysis by a person and making a decision on the implementation of an action based on it. It is known that using different technologies, you can get different products of information processing. Information technology components. Components of technologies for the production of information products. 1. Collection of data or primary information. 2. Data processing and obtaining information results. 3. Transmitting the results of the information to the user for making decisions based on it. Information technology is the most important component of the process of using the information resources of the society. To date, it has passed several evolutionary stages, the change of which was determined mainly by the development of scientific and technological progress, the emergence of new technical means of processing information. In modern society, the main technical means of information processing technology is a personal computer, which has significantly influenced both the concept of building and using technological processes, and the quality of the resulting information. The technical means of information production will be hardware, software and mathematical support for this process. With their help, the primary information is processed into information of a new quality. We will single out software products separately from these tools and call them tools, and for greater clarity, we can specify it by calling it information technology software tools. Information technology tools. Information technology tools, one or more interconnected software products for a specific type of computer, the technology of which allows you to achieve the goal set by the user. As a tool, you can use the following common types of software products for a personal computer: a word processor, editor, desktop publishing systems, spreadsheets, database management systems, electronic notebooks, electronic calendars, functional information systems, financial, accounting, marketing, etc., expert systems, etc. Stages of information technology development. The following stages in the development of information technologies can be distinguished. The first stage, until the second half of the X century, manual information technology, the tools of which were a pen and inkwell, a book. Communications were carried out manually by forwarding letters, packages, and dispatches through the post office. The main purpose of the technology is to present information in the right form. The second stage, since the end of the X century, mechanical technology, the tools of which were a typewriter, telephone, voice recorder, equipped with more advanced means of delivery mail. The main purpose of the technology is to present information in the desired form by more convenient means. Stage 3, 40-60s of the X century, electric technology, the tools of which were large computers and corresponding software, electric typewriters, copiers, portable voice recorders. The purpose of the technology is changing. The emphasis in information technology begins to shift from the form of information presentation to the formation of its content. Stage 4, since the beginning of the 70s, electronic technology, the main tools of which are large computers and automated control systems and information retrieval systems created on their basis, equipped with a wide range of basic and specialized software systems. The center of gravity of technology is even more shifted to the formation of the content side of information for the management environment of various spheres of public life, especially the organization of analytical work. Many objective and subjective factors did not allow us to solve the problems facing the new concept of information technology. However, the experience of forming the content side of management information was acquired and the professional, psychological and social base was prepared for the transition to a new stage of technology development. Stage 5, since the mid-80s, computer, new technology, the main tool of which is a personal computer with a wide range of standard software products for various purposes. At this stage, the process of personalization of the automated control system takes place, which is manifested in the creation of decision support systems by certain specialists. Such systems have built-in elements of analysis and intelligence for different levels of management, are implemented on a personal computer and use telecommunications. In connection with the transition to the microprocessor base, technical means for household, cultural and other purposes are also undergoing significant changes. Global and local computer networks are beginning to be widely used in various fields. Basic principles of new information technologies. The basis of modern information technology consists of three technical achievements. The emergence of a new environment for storing information on machine-readable media, magnetic tapes, magnetic disks, optical disks, etc. The development of means of communication, telecommunications that ensure the delivery of information to almost anywhere in the world without significant restrictions in time and distance, computer networks, satellite communications, etc. The possibility of automated information processing using a computer. Telecommunications, remote data transmission based on computer networks and modern technical means of communication. The main properties of information technology. The main properties of information technology are expediency, the presence of components and structures, interaction with the external environment, integrity, development over time. Feasibility. The main goal of the implementation of information technology is to increase the efficiency of production based on the use of modern computers, distributed processing of information, distributed databases, various information computing networks, IDs, by ensuring the circulation and processing of information. Components and structure. Functional components are the specific content of the processes of information circulation and processing. Structure of information technology. The structure of information technology is an internal organization that represents the interrelationships of its components, united in two large groups, the reference technology and the knowledge base. Interaction with the external environment, interaction of information technology with management objects, interacting enterprises and systems, science, industry, software and technical automation tools. Integrity. Information technology is a complete system that can solve problems that are not inherent in any of its components. Implementation in time, ensuring the dynamism of the development of information technology, its modification, change of structure, the inclusion of new components. Information process, the process of interaction between objects of the real world, as a result of which information arises. Information technologies themselves require complex training, large initial costs and high-tech equipment. Their introduction should begin with the creation of mathematical support, the formation of information flows in the systems of training specialists. Classification by type of interactivity. In order to properly understand, evaluate, competently develop and use information technologies in various spheres of society, their preliminary classification is necessary. The classification of information technologies depends on the classification criteria. The criterion can be an indicator or a set of features that affect the choice of a particular information technology. An example of such a criterion is the user interface, a set of techniques for interacting with a computer implemented by the operating system. It is divided into two large groups: technologies with selective and full interactivity. It with selective interactivity belongs to all technologies that ensure the storage of information in a structured form. This includes banks and databases of data and knowledge, video, text, teletext, internet, etc. These technologies operate in a selective interactive mode and significantly facilitate access to a huge amount of structured information. In this case, the user is only allowed to work with existing data, without entering new ones. It with full interactivity contains technologies that provide direct access to information stored in information networks or any media, which allows you to transmit, modify and supplement it. Classification by application area. Information technologies should be classified primarily by the scope of application and by the degree of use of computers in them. There are such areas of application of information technologies as science, education, culture, economy, production, military affairs, etc. According to the degree of use of computers in information technologies, computer and non-computer technologies are distinguished. In the field of education, information technologies are used to solve two main tasks: learning and management. Accordingly, there are computer and computer-free learning technologies, computer and computer-free education management technologies. In training, information technologies can be used, firstly, to present educational information to students, and secondly, to control the success of its assimilation. From this point of view, information technologies used in training are divided into two groups: technologies for presenting educational information and technologies for controlling knowledge. Among the computer-free information technologies for presenting educational information are paper, optical, and electronic technologies. They differ from each other in the means of presenting educational information and are accordingly divided into paper, optical, and electronic. Paper-based teaching tools include textbooks, teaching materials, and teaching aids. Optical, IP projectors, slide projectors, graph projectors, film projectors, laser pointers, electronic televisions and laser disc players. Computer information technologies for presenting educational information include technologies that use computer training programs, multimedia technologies, distance learning technologies. Conclusion. Information technology is a set of processes that make it possible to collect, store, process, and otherwise interact with information. Classification of it is necessary for the correct assessment and application of information technologies in various spheres of society. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.